Hello once again. Welcome to Direct Stars channel. Today we will be looking at percentage yield. You would recall in our last video, we talked about atom economy, where we calculated the atom economy of obtaining ethanol from glucose versus obtaining ethanol from ethene. Today we'll be looking at percentage yield. What is the essence of looking for the percentage yield of a particular reaction? So today we'll be looking at explaining what percentage yield is all about, differentiate between actual yield and theoretical yield, and then express the percentage yield mathematically. When you bake cake, you have some materials you put together. Probably you started off with 500 grams of ingredients. You know that the final product, which is the cake, cannot weigh 500 grams, even after carefully weighing all the ingredients used. The reason is some of the cake may add air to the mold of the cake while it is formed. So you may not get all the cake out of the mold. During the course of mixing the cake, the spoon, the mixers, and everything, some of the ingredients would have adhered to this cutleries or machine that's used. So some masses will be lost in that process also. So in a similar way, when carrying out chemical reaction, we are unlikely to produce all that we expect to. And there are many reasons for this. Number one, not every reaction goes into completion. So some do not finish in the process. So that may lead to loss. In some reactions, there are still some elements of reversible reactions that takes place. So that can also affect the final product expected. Some of the product may also be lost when you're trying to separate them from the reactant mixture. Some of the reactants may also react in different ways, or may not even be part of the chemical reaction. So it's not everything we calculate using our stoichiometric knowledge. And we calculate, okay, when we mix chemical A and B, 12 grams of this, 3 grams of this, and based on calculation, we're expecting probably 14 grams of the product. It doesn't always work out that way. So what you have on paper is always, in most cases, higher than what you actually get eventually. So what you have based on your calculation on paper is known as the theoretical yield. Then what you finally got after production or experiment is the actual yield. The actual yield is always lesser than the theoretical yield. Just like the example we started with, the baker will be expecting 500 grams of cake. That is theoretical yield. But eventually, after weighing the cake, they discovered that the cake just weighed probably 490 grams or 485 grams. That is the actual yield. So we'll go straight into picking an example and putting it to use. So in a reaction where the maximum theoretical mass of the product is 40, based on calculation, 40 grams was expected using our stoichiometric calculations. But eventually, after the reaction of production, 15 gram was obtained. So this is our actual yield. And then this is our theoretical yield. What mathematical relationship do we have? Or what's the mathematical formula for getting percentage yield? It's simply percent yield is equals to the actual, which is always lesser, over the theoretical times 100. So in this question here, the actual yield we obtain is 15 gram, and the theoretical yield obtained from the calculation is 40 gram. When you multiply that by 100, you have 37.5%. So this is a very, very low percentage yield. Hence, the production manager or the production chemist will have to look for better ways or method to improve the percentage yield of this particular process. So at this juncture, you can also try out some other examples from the exercises we have on the screen. So it's that simple. Calculating the percentage yield is very simple. Just get the actual yield, your theoretical yield from the questions you have here, and then you multiply by 100. From the answer you got, you can also provide additional information like this is way below 50%, so it's not a viable route to follow. So more research will need to be carried out to find better methods, better ways to improve on this percentage. Thank you for watching the video. Till we meet again. But before I go, I want to admonish you to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. Till we meet again. Bye.